to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best if I back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more the best if I back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess of you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm staying fake, I don't believe the panic rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think you wanna be more the best if I back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more the best if I back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess of you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think you wanna be more the best if I back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you think you wanna be more the best if I back myself a little sooner than this? Don't you wish I would've been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess of you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while. Yeah. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why. I never doubted my guys, you know you in it for win. I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm trying to feed my kids, I'm trying to keep my wife, I'm trying to live my life while we get rich.
Fancy, that you? Whoa. I miss you, Bessie. I'm thirsty. Whoa. Where are you going, Bessie? Bring that cowbell back. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash
vagabonds and marriages. That's gone wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Glory, death, and coffee shops. TV categories called reality.
are we ready?
Polluted nature by
I wish you'd hurry up, because I'm tired of waiting.
we're all passengers.
Push the button, please. Push the button, please. I'm working on it. Gosh darn it.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to the Late Night Crypto, the Road Dog. Looking at Bitcoin. Quite an interesting day that we've had all day today. It was quite an interesting night watching it drip, 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 drip all the way. Slow burn, faster burn, slow burn, slow burn. We're finally making a recovery that dump all the way to $89,100 and something there. Interesting that as enough as it is, we made some nice little wicks right there. I find it interesting. We're on a very small time frame here, but got some little pin bars going on there. I like that. Tweezer bottoms. That's kind of cool. If it is a bottom. It may just be a local bottom. Let's just go ahead and get it out of the way right now. I mean, there's lots of people out there being really hopeful, and I'm cool. I am so cool with this being the bottom, even if it's a lower low that we got. I am so cool with that, but I'm not seeing that yet. I'm still seeing some bearish activity or possibilities on some of these larger time frames here. I have to knock everything off my desk. So we'll kind of get into that here. I did draw this trend line following this little guy. So that looks like an angle. A solid trend line. Put it up here, and well, I guess on this one I had to cut through some wicks there, but got into an area that seems like we are. I prefer to see it as that we are riding on top of this trend line rather than just riding below it. That's just my perspective on it. However, even my perspective is starting to flirt with breaking that idea. I don't know, but it's been holding tight. I had to extend it. It just kept on going. That's a really strong angle that we're holding right there. Could this be a midline, and maybe there's another bigger fun bar over here to play with somewhere? A bigger. Ooh, look at this angle. I know it likes that one right here. We got anything else somewhere? Kind of stretching it over here. Look at that. Oh, that one did a horizontal support resistance flippy floppy. That's impressive. Crazy how this angle idea works, isn't it? Look at that. We operating on this same angle. I bet it. Well, you think it'll fit over here? I kind of lost it over there. I'll use the rewind button, and here we are back again. So Bitcoin here, it looks like she's wanting to try to break down on the 6-minute time frame, but this Ichimoku Cloud says, I ain't having none of it. You've already started something. Let's keep on going. So she wants to go up a little bit. It was nice to see us have support and start, making higher highs and higher lows on the smaller time frames anyway. We still have not got past this point over here at 95, right under 96,000 to make it, these come up and test that area or go higher to give us hope of a higher high, a real higher high, a real higher low. And this is what we got. Looks like an evil Dirty Sanchez with devil horns on it, if you ask me, but I'm not bitching about it coming down on this left side here. What might be a sombrero. The only thing about a Dirty Sanchez is that you just can't really trust them, because sometimes they'll just you have to run away one way or the other, up or down. Sometimes this might fail, in other words. So let's zoom out just a little bit, and let me say hello to everybody here today. Go over briefly what I think. Some cautionary tales here. I know it's great. I am not pissed off that we didn't just fall down here, because I would probably started freaking out, because it wasn't, I'm better prepared now for it than I was on the way as it was happening. It's just I don't know, when you're right there watching this stuff play out, you're like, it just, you watch your whole portfolio just start going down, and man, that just starts working on you. You're just like, oh man, I do not want to do this again. I'm so sick of doing this again. No. But we might do it again. We might. Let me say hello to everybody hanging out tonight. How's it going, people? We got 17 wonderful people hanging out tonight. Let's bring the chat over here. Make sure our microphone is on. Gosh, I'm a little bit late checking that on it. We got Dave P, Duality Crypto, Joe from Trade Intuition, fellow YouTuber. Go check him out. Bullish on Parade. We got Road Glide. How's it going? Sicario. We got Ave Medina. My mantra today, says Sicario, is don't FOMO, don't FOMO, don't FOMO. That might be that might be a good thing, especially in these areas right now that we're in right now. We'll take a look at these ideas. Dog, before chart, can I get a mic check? 1 2 1 2. There we go. Got that out of the way. I'll even throw in a little cowbell. The setup was taking my time, so I didn't get a chance to go through the chat during the setup. Let me kind of scroll through here and finish saying hello to everybody. Real Estate Machine says Bitcoin dominance is moving down now. That would, I hope so. We need that. Patrick Canham says, man, that reminds me of the Muppet Show, Pigs in Space. Ha ha. I love Pigs in Space, says Tori Graham. And the guys in the balcony. I like the guys in the balcony. Not as much as I love Dogecoin, though. To the moon. John Hill. Turkey Head. Woohoo. Let's go. Turkey Head will be coming. I'll let the turkey do the news. Because this face is not fitting over on my news screen very well for some reason. OG1. What's up with you, my man? Glad to have each and every one of you. Ave Medina, you're speaking that language that I like. And everybody should like. Elvis, where are you at? Is Elvis on the clock? Sean, get Elvis.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
That helps our tiny channel reach a few more people. Brackets Adventures, what's going on, my man? Strega! OG asks, do you think that the markets, every time I click on it, this little box comes up and then I can't read it. Do you think that the markets will go crazy once Trump gets inaugurated? We're hoping, but I mean, still, I don't think it'll be just... I wouldn't be disappointed if it's not just up only. I wouldn't be disappointed if we still... I kind of think... I think January is still going to be a testy month for us. So I don't see anything. The charts aren't telling me anything yet that's saying we're just right on we're just right on the edge of just popping up and going complete bullish again. It's not saying that. So we got to take a look at some things. Sicario says 38 green angle breaks to the upside 69% of the time. Tommy Two Liters, what's up? Hey, there's Rising Sun. We got Sin. How's it going? Rising Sun says, can you look at Popcat? I can. Could you go over that? I can. Before it gets too crazy, let me put my little sticker in here so I know where to come back. Put the little request thing up, and then when I come back, I make sure I don't miss anything. FET and render. Obama Millimus, I love water. Just thought I'd let you know. Speaking of water, I could probably hydrate. It's not the apple crispy water or anything like that. Just some kind of new kind of flavored water by Circle. I don't know. It's got a cartridge that dispenses the flavor. I don't know. I don't know if they last long enough though. I don't know if they last long enough. Baba Yaz, how's it going? Woo, bah, cluck, cluck, the animals are out running amok. There's Crypto Bow Down. How's it going? All right, well, let's go ahead and let's get back to Bitcoin right here. Now, I do like what we got here. This overall little shape here is kind of in like a little bridge pattern. I like that. That's a bottom pattern I like. It is serious. I do call this a dirty Sanchez, but or a bridge. And it looks good. Short-term things look good. They do. We got a top over here at 102,000 for Bitcoin. I hope that we make it up there. I do, but I'm still sticking with my story that this area we're in 97,000. I'm not expecting very much past DIT. We got the 600. We got the 800, 600. Those moving averages up there, but I mean we can break above them. We've done it on smaller time frames. Those are good examples of doing that and get above it. I just see us possibly coming back up and retesting this and maybe rolling over one more time. I'm just watching. I want to make sure that we are out of trouble here, and I'm not seeing it on the bigger time frames. But the smaller ones surprisingly just got a little freaky bullish for us, and that was cool. Finding support. Now there was a lot of buy orders stacked all the way through here, like on Bookmap and everything that I saw. This is what I was sharing earlier today and shared with the trading community. But this was, this is our hopeful support level, and I was fully expecting. I was hoping that this line would hold right here, that red line, because that's a crucial line. It is so cool that we are back up above it, and so I mean I can understand the bullish sentiment. And we're talking about Wyckoff accumulation and how we look for a spring and that idea, and it could be. I mean, it could be. It technically could be. It's looking good. I would be bullish as F just seeing this happen. I'd be, oh yeah, I'm going to load up, but I'm not loading up first. I'm not convinced here. But I did have some lower levels, such as hopeful, that I was hoping we would bounce off of, and then we had deep support, which we did bounce off, came all the way back down. We did a full 618, then we came down to the praise to Jesus support, and luckily we didn't have to go that far. Thank you, Jesus. Below that, around 85,000 is the F me hard area, and then down here 75 to 78 areas. I F and give up on crypto. I just thought I would just make it reflect the sentiment there that we'd probably be feeling in those areas. And so the deep support area seems to have held so far. Well, all this was fun and games and whatnot. No longer need that. We can always redraw these ideas later. But I would like to come here on this fresh, nice little chart and start going over some of these things that we're seeing on the weekly. Losing that 9 moving average is a no-no. We got a full candle body opening under that 9 moving average. That makes me a bit nervous. Very well. In the regular candles, yeah, you can definitely see we got an indecision doji candle. Of course, I mean, this is the beginning of the week, so. Some strong signs I like on the weekly is the Ichimoku cloud. I can see that we can definitely got some more upward sides to us. But we also got this trend line down here on the weekly. We have not touched it yet, and I would say we probably will over the next week or two is come down and touch this trend line. We need some support. We got nothing to support here. One of the alarming signs I'm really keeping my eye on is this MACD that is getting so close to crossing, and I hope it does not. That would not be good. I'm hoping she'll do a little duck lip action and give us a nice little bounce there. I always forget to take the chat off the screen. But we'll get a little duck action, where she'll just kind of ricochet off of there, and we'll get a nice bullish move. Our RSI has given up the ghost though. We had this action going here. We did a retest of it, lost the signal line here on the weekly. She's got some work to do here. That's a little warning sign to me. So I'm not sold yet on what I'm seeing on the weekly. I'm still seeing some bearish tendencies in there, and coming down to the 3-day. Here we go. You got the 9 crossed over the 21. This is not telling us that we're ready to take off and go anywhere. This is saying bearish retest ideas, or a little up and maybe a little bit more down. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's what we're kind of seeing here. The momentum wave is still on its way, and it needs to do something. I mean, when they come down from these big ones, they got to come down and at least give a little something there. Even if it's just a little peak there, that would be cool. That could be a nice little bullish setup if it gives us just a nice little blue horn down here. And then on the daily, here we go. As bullish as we were today, and now we're starting a new day, but as bullish as we were yesterday when we dipped down there that low and popped back up, you still got that 9 moving average that crossed that 21 on the daily, sitting us with our price action sitting here in the middle of this Ichimoku cloud. Not the sign that we want to see, other than if we come a little deeper and then we got a thicker red cloud to bust up through. I just see signs that as bullish as this was, as much as they bought that up, I'm not seeing that. I don't see how it can stick, because we got a rollover over moving averages beneath this 50. So here's the $97,000 area, and I think we can come up there and test it. These candles right here, this is a strong bearish. This is a strong bearish top. If you're looking at candle bodies, so the bearish engulfing candle is a daily candle that we had there, and that was back when we were up at 102, hoping that we would still go up, more up, but it decided to top us out and dump us, right? And led to the 3 candles down, which is also bearish. So I'm just pointing out some ideas that, I mean, I love what we're doing. I love that we're rounding out here. I even love that you can find some bullish divergence on some of these time frames here. It's even slight here on the week. I'm gonna switch back to my other candles on the daily. So, and RSI divergence, you can, let's see, we're slanting up a little bit there. Is that going to count? No. Okay, so there's not there on the daily. That doesn't count. On the smaller time frames, like the 4 hour though, ooh, you got some. So the smaller time, you got some good one. It's slanting up there, and here it goes. Candle bodies are slanting down here. So, and that does give us a nice push up. And now this type of a reversal, this is the normal regular bullish reversal, and it normally recommends, you know, a change in trend. Is what it usually represents. So we don't have it on the daily, we got it on the 4 hour. So I do like that. So it tells us that we can come up. If it means change a trend, what are we gonna ask? That could mean that we could make a higher high. So let's take those ideas into consideration. Could we get a higher high? Can we come up to 104? We could, and not still find some kind of resistance underneath this one. Actually, that would be a nice little 786 rejection from this high to that low there. So what I'm kind of seeing is the possibility of us come up, and I don't know where we might roll over, but I can see a potential rollover area where we could be setting up for. So I don't think we're necessarily out of the woods. Now, it would be great if we made a higher high. I don't know if I would look at it as being that bullish. I'd turn a little bit more. If we start regaining the 200 moving averages, that would be what I really like to see. I would just be cautious. I guess my message is just be cautious. I mean, I think we got a little period. We got the full moon that started today, so we got our full moon pump started, and that's cool. And I hope that it pumps us up. I just don't know how long it's going to last. From what I'm seeing on the charts, I'm not sure how long it's going to last. So I just urge some caution. I'm not going to be the one saying, yeah, you need to load up, baby. We just did our little spring and we're ready to go to the upside, because as much as I would love to say that, I'm not sold on that. What do you guys think? You think that we're out of the woods here? I mean, we've been looking for a bounce on these areas of 3. Well, it's a 2, depending on where you take the Fibonacci. Big ones is a 236 Fibonacci, which also tells us that we can come down lower to around 85,000 for the 382 and get a strong ass bounce from there. I mean, we get that idea. But I mean, in essence, what we were doing, if I can get my other chart up, in essence, what we're doing, we're just holding the channel top, and that's strong. When we look at this as a channel that we've been in and broke back into, and that's where we broke out of, and we've been respecting this line, respecting this red line. So that's where I get, is, you know, as long as we don't break down below it, I'm not full on bearish, but I'm just wondering. There are definitely some. I just don't. If we saw this and there was some sign saying, yeah, we can reverse right here on a bigger time frame, I would be more sold, but we don't have it. We don't have it. So I'll still track the trend lines here, and we'll play it. Look for breakouts. Look and see if we can get out here and change this to green, and what we need to do for more upside. I'm just very skeptical at the moment. Not doubting that we can't go up closer to 100,000. I think we'll try to. I just don't know. I'm not sold that we're going to get past this area over here, about that 97, 98,000 area. What says you guys? Made moon water last night. Full moon power will pump it up. Oh, let's hope so. It's over. Bobby Millimus, you want it to be over? Hated Heroes. Bitcoin got close to the weekly EMA ribbon, but not close enough in my opinion. At least one more dip coming. I think so too. I do. I think so too. I do like this. I mean, I think we can get some. I think we'll get our money's worth out of this. And I've got a long open from over here. I'm still letting it ride and everything. I got in. I think my average entry price is somewhere. I added more to it, so I think I'm right at 93,000 right now. I think I got one that's a little bit earlier. So those are doing good, and I'm letting them go, and stop loss is in place. But yeah, let's take a look at our indices here. A total 3. We might want to take a closer look at that one. She looked like she was giving it up on this trend line, but now she's right back on there. So I mean, that's good. That's good. Our total 3 right here. So we're still. I'm playing this as an X. Playing this as an X. I'm just letting those trend lines run. That's how I play a symmetrical triangle kind of shape that we started getting into toward the end here. Because I don't trust them. They really just kind of form a range. I would say any style. I don't want to start using this tool on every freaking symmetrical triangle. And so it seems to think that we're in the bottom of the range and that maybe we can work our way up to here to 1.6 trillion. But things might be starting to look good. But look at this on the 4 hour for total 3. You got the bullish cross and they gave it right back over and gave us a death cross. Our moving averages are all below the 200 there. I mean, the 200 is above the 300. That's cool. Maybe they'll just come up and kiss and touch and go in their merry other way, or maybe they'll get a bearish cross. I don't know. I need to see some stuff out of here too. What are you saying over here? It's bullish right now, so we can get some get back on our altcoins, I believe, but I don't know if we're going to make up what we lost from where we were just a few days ago there for total 3. It, like Bitcoin, is in the middle of the wrong cloud. So any ups that I'm going to be focusing on taking some profits and kind of de-risking on the way up. I'm not going to, just to pull a little dry powder in case we do get that rejection. Let's go ahead and let's start taking a look at some coins here. But first, I forgot. Let's bring on the turkey and let's do the news. And we let the duck on the screenshot. Let me check with you guys before I do that. So we got the live chat. You guys are being kind of quiet. My chat rate is 0. We got 25 people hanging out. How's it going, everybody? Glittery marshmallow. Looks like vampire teeth. Oh, you mean there. Something on the thing. All right, and it's turkey time. Oh, man. I forgot. My color. I gotta keep my golden brown. Beautiful color. All right, Sean, can we go to the newsroom and... Sean? Well, we're in the newsroom. It's a start, I guess. All right, so what's happened in the last 12 hours with crypto? According to the According to Washington Post, David Sachs is already working with industry leaders on legislative strategy, and Trump is expected to issue cryptocurrency executive order on the first day of his administration. I would say that probably helped us out today. I would say that probably did. Bitcoin touched 89,000 along with the decline on Wall Street, but bounced back to 95,000. MicroStrategy's purchased an additional 2,530 Bitcoin worth approximately $243 million at an average price of $95,972. Thank you, MicroSailor. Peanut. Coinbase has announced Peanut USD market, which will begin on January 14th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. The Pundi AI team has announced the rebranding of FX to Pundi AI. Pundi AI. FX will be redenominated to Pundi AI on February 10th with a 100-to-1 token supply reduction. Is this the same? Are you Pundi X? You already did a token because you had too many coins and you did a token supply, and that's how I missed out on my profit, because right before the token supply, woo, baby, that sucker went up and I didn't cash out. My little bag went from like $500 to 10,000, and I thought they were going to go do with what they were going to do, and then next thing I knew, it wasn't 10,000 anymore. Sonic Labs tweeted that something big is coming. Binance will relist the previously FTM token. Well, relist the market on January 16th. Pendle product user interface, UI UX designer April 423 has released a portion of the Pendle Boros page. Pendle Boros is expected to be released within January. Well, so glad that we found that out today. The Usual team announced the revenue switch has been activated for Usual X holders as of a UTC plus 0 type. Probably means nothing to most of you guys too, I'm guessing. Or maybe I'm the dull knife in the door. The revenue switch is a mechanism that directly distributes 100% of the protocol's revenue to Usual X stakers on a monthly basis. Ava. Hello World AI has announced the launch of AI Market, a launch pad for AI agents. Oh yay, we're just really getting all into the AI agent thing now. That's what we got. Let's repost that, give it a little like, and let's get back and get to the charts. John?
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Get your Tangem wallet today. Hold your crypto securely on your Tangem wallet. You need an NFC enabled phones. Most of your new phones will be. If you got an oldie boomer phone, well, it's time to upgrade, man. And you notice it's getting real slow? Step up your game. Let's move on. So here we are on total 3. Oh, that's a bummer. That's kind of boring. Total 3 and short term's looking kind of good, so altcoins should be bouncing. Let's start taking a look at them. I want to take a look at a couple, and then we'll start getting into your coin request there. Take a look at Gracias. And Gracias is doing pretty good. I wish I'd bought some when you were down here at 233 or at 270, not too far away from this nice little area, but gosh darn it, I didn't, and I ain't chasing. She is just in a nice little range there. Oh, look, did you hit our target or whatever this was? I don't know what that's green. It was probably for a buy, and it probably blasted through. Gracias. Can she make it up to the top of the line around 329? She got a nice little move today. Lido Finance is also another one that's moving, so yay. Here on the 4 hour, bounced off the 800 and 666 moving average. Lido, are we going to make it up to 188? I hope so. And crypto's got some work to do. Let's take a look at Popcat. I shall look on Mexi. Popcat, you are at 55 cents today. Why are you hanging around at 55 cents? Why are you feeling so down, Popcat? Cat, got your tongue? You got nothing to say? Well, that's a crazy pattern, but it is a pattern, and we can play around through here. It can go back to $1.11, believes it or not. Yeah, it's on there. Let's not get these crazy patterns. You got some bullish divergence? You do. You got some divergence. How bullish is it? Not bullish enough. She's still slanting down a little bit. I'm running out of water. Popcat, what you doing? You went beyond my target? How dare you? Well, I got some good news for you with Popcat. She has got the coveted green dot for buy on Market Cipher. Stochastics are headed to the upside. VWAP is turned into the positive. Got that going on for you. You got the MACD just hinting that she's getting ready to do it, so we got that. And let's see, you're going up here and you're going down there, and you do on the daily have bullish divergence on Popcat. Gosh darn it, for real, for real. And as ironic as all that bullish news is, you got the 50 moving average coming down, and looks like it's trying to bearishly cross over that 50 moving daily average. And that would be the death cross. So you got good news and you got the bad news. What can you make of this? What are you saying, Road Dog? That just sounds like craziness. Can't base that for my beginning there. We'll have to go with this guy. So you may be coming back up for a bearish retest. Ichimoku Cloud doesn't look too happy to see us right now. So I mean, even though the daily is saying, hey man, I'm ready to go. Well, we got some stuff to work through here. Oh, Poppycat. We hadn't quite touched that, if I've got it measured out there right. 886 Fibonacci. Don't necessarily have to. We could float above it. Or we could touch it, whichever it decides to do there. That's a nice little bottom area if we can just recover some other areas here. I didn't get the top. Pull it on the top, swing high to swing low, tell me where price is going to go. It gives us nice little areas that we need to pay attention to. If I pulled you all the way down here, what would you look like? A lot better. If I pull it all the way down here, that thing just nails that 382. I think we still got some more downy sidey. We need to get past 85 cents, and that would be popping back into this pattern. So will it bounce down here? And can we do that? Got to keep our eye on Popcat. That's on the daily. Now the 4 hours. Let's see what you look like. What you trying to tell us? Is that a shoulder? Is that a inverted head? It could be, but it's also, you can get the same results if you get this. You got that's actually a bullish channel. That does have, I think, like about a 70% chance to break up. Don't quote me on that because I hadn't looked those up in a minute. Need to get above 60, come up and test 73 to 79 in this area. Looks like she wants to do it. I would be looking, and this kind of leads credit into my theory about Bitcoin and altcoins, is that, you know, we can come up and there's some resistance there, and that'd be easy for the idea that we roll over and maybe possibly come lower. I don't know. I'm sure altcoins, if Bitcoin does go lower, if Bitcoin does see 80,000 or 85,000, something like that, altcoins are coming along with it. That's for sure. We never did look at Bitcoin dominance. That's what I meant. That was what I was really wanting to take a look at. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is what, the 4 hour? She going up? No bueno for her to go up. Bitcoin dominance keeps going up. Altcoins are going to feel the pain. Another thing that makes me think that, well, wondering about altcoins anyway. This is ugly. I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to let it be. This is USDC dominance. She bottoming out. She starts gaining traction. That just means more people wanting to go into USDC. Will that be from regulation? They have to get out of Tether, go to USDC, or is there going to be new money coming in? It's going to be a combination of both. Is it going to tell us anything? Is it going to be a detractor? If it goes up, does that mean altcoins or Bitcoin goes down? The rules of the game are starting to change a little bit. They are. Let me take a look at FET. Fetch AI. Well, this is my messy chart right here. Yeah, she definitely, we were tracking this pattern, this bigger pattern. Let's get us we broke out of a big ass following wedge, so that's cool. Let's step back a little bit on this one. Get us some new. Well, all that should stay. Maybe I can just erase. That will stay. This will stay. This one, I don't know if that's still valid or not. These, don't know if we're still valid or not. $618 area from there. Trying to hold it here. Well, your 786 and your 886 are lining up with the 800 and the 666. So if we do get a drop to the downside, I'll be looking at 86 cents or $1.01. We're at 124, and I'm on the daily chart. So, but will that happen? She's given up. She's given up some ground here. That's pretty much level there. Got no angle until we start here at the body. That still goes up to the body. So we've still, yeah. It got really ugly over here, but we've lost that area. Am I happy with these two guys? Based on where we are here, am I happy with those two guys? We're going to give them just a wee bit of an adjustment right there. So we'll fine tune this about 90 cents and 105. There's places that we'd probably have a chance of seeing, since we're below the daily 200 moving average, and might be a good area to bounce there. Smaller term time frames. On the 4 hour, Well, she did a deep ass retracement. So I'm not too far. I'm not sure how far she'll get past 134 or 126. So I would be looking at those areas, and if we can, I mean, maybe we can get back up to this trend line area. That would be hopeful. I would like that, 140 or something. You do have this area. I mean, you got a trend line here. You got to break up above. If we look at this as a local pattern, oh crap, that wasn't what I was trying to do. Just connecting the dots there. I mean, this can still play out, come down to a partial decline and all this other stuff. But I mean, it's got a 70% chance that it can break out of that. If it does do that, you'd be looking at this 146 and 158 area. Again, I'm on the 4-hour time frame, and you got the 200 moving average crossing bearishly over the 300, 600, and 800. Now, what I do like the order that they're in, so I like that. That makes me actually feel a little bit more hopeful that maybe we can see this area. That actually does. So I'm actually going to put some price levels over here then. Put them in red. That would be great, and that would get us back above this trend line. I want to paint her red because that's resistance right now. So I'm seeing a lot of altcoins where they're doing like it could be possibly a bearish retest on some of them. Let's see what some more look like. We'll get a feel for the altcoins, market too, as the more coins that we're looking at. Take a look at render. Then we'll come back to the chat and we'll get the request there. Nice mounts, nice mounts. 800 moving average on the 4 hours. We're seeing that a lot. Respecting the 800. Respected it before, tested it a little bit more this time. Make a note of that. I like the momentum's there on the 4 hours for the bigger time. So what we're seeing a lot is the bigger moving averages I've got are showing they're still showing some good momentum. I mean, we like to see it go more of a higher angle and everything, but I mean we're doing good there. It's the other moving averages, the 200, all the moving averages below 200 are actually living below the 200. And you got the bearish cross of the 200. You got some bearish crosses over here on smaller term time frames are giving us a headache here for resistance areas on the moving averages. So maybe 776 from where we are at 770. $8. That's 8 on the dot. Psychological resistance right there. Will you hit it? Will you hit it? Render, go to $8 for me. I wish I had sold some when you were $12 almost. Let's see. Let me clean up this chart. Get rid of some of these dotted lines and things there. It's also respecting this horizontal support line pretty well too. Breaking up above that, I like that idea. If you get up and back to the top of the range around 970, that would be great. She's got her work to do. Got to get above that red line. Got to get above that. So that's another thing. So still above, a key diagonal level there. Support resistance trend line right there. So that's another one. So they got to work a miracle, get above it, and hopefully get a stronger move if that happens, right? Otherwise, it could come up and roll over. And this is a 4 hour, so this could happen within the next day or two, even. Within the next I don't know how many candles. 1, 2, 3. 12 hours, 16 hours. I'd say within the next 24 hours, we should get a feel for if we got strength in this market or not, or if it's going to have to work a little harder. All right, let's come back to the chat. Can we look at racks? Sure can. We got 26 people hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out. Striga says Mog Coin. All right, let's take a look at racks. Well, it's not, you're not there. We got to go to Dex Tools, don't we? Or Dex Screener, I guess that's what I'm using now. Here is Vert AI. We were looking at it last night, and we were talking about the possibilities of reaching up here if she held a trend line. Let's see, since we're here, let's kind of update this. Looked like she broke it. Looks like she broke it. Oh, there's a little bit of hopium. A little bit of hopium for this one. Let's see if we can get a bounce there. I need to add an indicator over here. Didn't you have... You had multi-moving averages, didn't you? Yeah, moving average multiple. Star that little guy. All right, let me get this, and we can be a little bit more accurate with this, and we'll go check out Racks and Mog. I can't turn these off, can I? Great, now we got our moving averages over here. All right, let's put you in here. We're going to look at racks. What is racks? Looks like a meme coin. Black rack. That's a cool picture. What we got? It's on radium. She run up, she went down on the daily. It's finding some support there. Looks like a mighty fine retracement. Oh, you don't quite measure up the way that I would expect you to, or line up as well as I expect you to, unless I come down here and then magically you do perfectly. So I guess we'll go with the magic area. 786 retracement, I guess we'll call it that. Do I have my extensions on here? Nope, no extensions on here. How do you want to do this? Oh, wrong one. Where you at, little guy? Trend-based fib extension. That's not you. Oh. I feel clumsy when I do that. Let's try this one more time. I got to customize this as I go. It's not set up. Well, I might as well just put you my color since I'm at it. Road Dog's being quiet tonight. He's not being very talkative. Could at least have music that sings. All right, if I'm looking for a higher targets, that's where it can go. Let me give the other target shorter term targets. Man, I thought I color coded you, dude. I must have missed one. So we are in our accumulation zone. I always say this, cause it's true. Price labels, come, where are you? Oh gosh darn it, where are you hanging out? There you are. So we need to get above 6 cents there. Once we get above that, it looks like, man, every one of these fibs, this would be the main one I would think would be worth holding on for a longer trade, is up about 1.1 cent. We're sitting at 0.0004. That's where the real money is going to be made. That's what I would do. I like that one at 140%, but you got a target up here, 42%. That's not bad at 0.0069. Those are the two I would recommend. And of course, if any Fibonacci pull that you got there, 0.0088, 0.0101. And this is Rax to Sol. This is Rax to Solana, by the way, because that's how it does it, I guess, over on Radium. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing my little chat thing over here on my tablet. I didn't set that up. That way I can keep up. Oh, see, I missed that super chat any other way. Glittery Marshmallow. Glittery Marshmallow says Peppy and ETH, please. Let's go to it. Super chats do get priority. Just saying. Peppy and ETH. Let's go right to it. We will get Mog. I have not forgotten about Mog. We will do that. Peppy, how are you doing, Peppy? Mexi, who would have the best? Yeah, I think Mexi would be the best place to chart it. Looks like she's at support, found support today. Like Bitcoin and everything else, I still don't like that non-moving. All of these have got that non-moving average just cranking over that 21 on everything. I mean, I hope altcoins do good. I hope Bitcoin does good, but I am just not sold that we're. Maybe I need to check my bias, but I'm just seeing that we're not out of the woods yet on everything. Doesn't mean that this is not a great place to buy, because that's why we got lines there. So she did what she's supposed to do, or what we'd hoped, is come back down to these areas. Looks a little juicy area. Goodness, I hadn't looked at this one in a while. Actually, I wouldn't mind clearing this out and just having a fresh look. It's been a minute. Ooh, looky here. That's nice. What you got to say, Elliot? Oh, 5-wave ABC corrections, what Elliot's saying. So, well, that goes, man, that goes with what I see. I think she can get a whole bounce up from here before she comes down here. She doesn't have to go straight to C, is what I'm saying. She can go, if she needs to go there, she can come up a little big and reject it and come to a C and fulfill that. She doesn't have to go. Doesn't mean she goes straight down. Elliot, you're scaring everybody. That's why you have no friends. That's why nobody hangs out with you. Nobody wanted to see that right now, Elliot. I'm so sorry you had to see that. All right, so I mean, in the big picture, I like what we're in. In the big picture, we're in a fun pattern. In the big picture, this thing could get juicy. She didn't quite keep up with the bargain here, though, so she's getting weak. Could still play out. We're just going to get down to the nitty gritty and figure out. Look at what do you got here? So I'm going from swing low to this swing high before I take and count this one over here. Just doing it and seeing how well everything lines up. You did the 618 so good. I'm going to add another. Should I? Yeah, I should. Where's that minus sign at? Negative 0.113. Yeah. See that? Oh, you do not work as perfectly as I expected. And this one, she came right back to the 618 for this swing low to swing out. That's cool. That's what we need. We're still going to label this one because it's down toward the bottom here, which we may be headed to. Still. Hope not, but still. So here's what I'm looking at, and this is like the, you know, we didn't get up to our 618, we got to the 0.5 and we're rolling over, and then we came back down into our little accumulation zone, which is from our swing high to swing low. You know, this is supposed to be the juicy part. We came up here and came back in here. So when that happens, I mean, we either look at finding a bounce somewhere in here, or possibly even coming back and just, you know, what gets wicked, or what gets wicked gets candlesticked, and maybe we just come back down here and we bounce. That may be what we're looking at. So that might take us back to these areas. When was this though? December 20th. That could be in play. Yeah, but you did find support on it did find support on the 100 moving average. I like that. That looks cool. So I mean, this is it could bounce from here. That would be the bullish scenario that we're looking for. That it's respecting that and it's going to recover this area. So if it recovers, what is this 236 area? This red line that we're going to draw. If it can get past that 1759 ish, then you know, we could recover and see some of these high areas. But it also sets you up when this kind of thing happens, where you can't get that. That's what I've been telling and looking for Bitcoin too. We either come back to these areas and bounce, or it puts these guys on the table, and we could come back down through here, and that's how we play into this Elliott wave ABC correction, and it could stop here. That's our 113 area, but more than likely with this trend line being down here, we'll probably retest the bottom of the trend line at our 27. Elliott says, yeah, I'm going to take you below it. Don't listen to you, Elliott. That's why nobody hangs around you, Elliott. Sometimes you're too bearish, Elliott. So that's our daily. That's what we see on the daily. Now the short-term time frame, I mean, where we are right now, I mean, if you're looking for a trade or something like that, I mean, the shorter term time frame is saying we're getting a bounce. We are getting a bounce. So in essence, we lost the channel that we were in, and then we come down and we that worked out really good. See that? That's awesome. That's called Monday morning quarterbacking right there, at your finest with a measured move. Can't beat that. Is it still Monday? I lost track of the days. But that's exactly how you play it. So that's cool. I love it when they work out that way. Because I was a little sloppy on it too. Beautiful. All right, so you'd say your measured move played out on that item. But that's what's happened there. Okay, so yay, that's where we come from. I meant to just leave that trend line there because this is also going to be our resistance. And then we got this idea. That was that angle there. You could do the steeper trend line here. There is an angle. You can see it on the candles right there in the angle too. Just as long as we touch there, touch here. So we need to break out here. And then if we do break out there, we can probably find resistance over here. And as weird as this is, those are matching up with our Fibonacci's there, that 382 area and this 236 area. So however you want to look at it. And if you get lucky enough and come back to test the bottom of this for a retest, bearish or bullish, however it is, that brings our 0.5 Fibonacci right back into the equation. So I'm just overlapping two systems there and showing how you can do it either way. Take the old fibs out. And oh, this is Peppy, right? Peppy. Forgot what I was looking at. So short term, I mean, we would hope, yeah, and we probably will. Probably will see some of these areas over here. Let's see. I'm going to share this over into the group. And we got it documented for the price labels in case somebody. I didn't catch it. I didn't get a screenshot, or it's just here for convenience. Four-hour chart. Don't forget where we come from, though. Don't forget where we come from. Oh, snap. I'm glad I didn't forget that. I always got to zoom out. These things get lost in those moving averages. I would take them off so you can see better, but I always forget to snap them back on, and then I forget to talk about them. So yeah, now you can see why this one is going to be the first hiccup to get past there. All right, let's take a look at ETH, Ethereum. Oh snap! Is that I nailed it or what? Boom. 29,220 or 29.15 is what it technically is. Let me put you down there. Well, I'm sorry, but we got to take a moment here and nailed it. That is the beauty of the Fibonacci's right there. Results like that. Let me get rid of this little white line there. There's a measure move from that channel, looks like. All right, we do this for the vanity wall. I've got nothing. I bet I do. All right, we'll just take this as we got it here. I'm going to try to do something cute, but I got nothing cutesy. take that and let's post this into the vanity wall over here. Hey, I did put a new little topic over here, and I got a couple of videos that I found on YouTube. Kind of, if you're confused about what AI agents are and how you can use them, or what they can be used for, or trying to just kind of wrap your head around the ideas, I got two good videos over there. Not that I made, but I pulled them from YouTube. One of them's from Corn Bureau, the other one's from, I don't know, but it's more in general AI, not necessarily crypto related. So both of them are kind of interested, just to let you see how our world is changing before our eyes and what you can expect in the future. And then maybe when you see a crypto project, you might be able to say, oh, I can see a use case for that, or oh, that one sounds like crap. I don't know. Maybe you can get that information. Okay, let's see. This was ETH. Nailed the bottom. All right, so this is the 4 hours, so we got to bounce off there. Awesome, that's cool. Now what do we do? We gotta clear it out and start all over. You can still go down. You didn't touch down there. Is that a shoulder or not? Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that's bad. That's bad. That experience with cup and handles too. It's like you see them misused so much, and then it almost becomes a meme. The way that they're used sometimes, and then you start discounting when you see them, and that's not right if you're a pattern trader. But of course, I do argue with cup, and a head and shoulder is also the same as this mega phony pattern. It really is. You zoom out and you get the same results. It's crazy. However, if that was a head and shoulders break-in, you would expect it to come all the way down. There was a multiplier you can put on them, but the breakout, and it suggested you go all the way back down to 23. So I'm gonna put that on here. We'll mark it as that. It's a slanted, if you look at it, it's slanted head and shoulders going to the right. If you look at Thomas Bukowski, well, no, those they can do okay. It's got a higher shoulder. It did not reach there. It may not reach there. I guess I'll leave that idea there. That's a local pattern to me. So it's relevant and it's worth looking at, but it's, it's not like our zoomed out thing like with this trend line and what else we might be able to find. Secondary trend line, you lost all that. That was relevant. That makes more sense to me thinking of it in channels, although that angle looks kind of weird. This is you, Ethereum? Is this right? You just look kind of weird for some reason. Oh, now you look familiar. So we've been looking at Ethereum in the big ass cup and handle pattern for, years. For a long time. For a long time. I thought you were in a bigger one. Are you not? 21. Okay, yeah, that's about right. I was thinking one of the first videos I did was trading, it was this against Ethereum, and this also in a big ass cup and handle. I think it's a nicer cup and handle. So always looking for them angles. Let's get our fibs out. This goes back to August. So it looks like we tapped down on the 618 today. Found some support there. So that's good for temporary support, or even a good place to bounce. I keep saying there is a little bit of a bearish bias in my voice right now. Even though we're having a good little day. I got to be mindful of that. I don't want to I don't want to get a bias. But I just want to keep in mind what I'm also seeing on the bigger time frames too. So listen to me with a grain of salt and know that I have a little bit of a bias right now. Nice. You gotta respect that angle. I have to see how that plays out. And she's trying to clear our area. Okay. So 36.40 to 38.50, 38.48 in those areas, that would be a good place to, if we're going to come up and make a higher high than this or make a lower low than this, those would be the two areas. If we can actually get out of this little guy, I mean, we can come up here to 440, 44.46. So if this does stick and we do make a higher high, we don't get bearish or anything, or if we do get bearish, maybe just go sideways. If this is a low and then this is going to be our higher high, then I'm looking for 44.46. If we make a lower high, or just have a good area to take profits, because they make good areas to take profits, there's usually a reaction there around 38.78 and 36.18. All right, so that's basically what I'm seeing for ETH on there. I say I forgot my moving averages. Missing some good information here. Turn them suckers back on. What can you tell me? Ooh, 200 moving average on the daily, bouncing off of that. That's good. That's good. 800, 600, 200. 200 is below the 300. You got some work to do. 50. That actually looks strong. We're in the green, came out of the green cloud. Now we got this red one over here. Now, if it starts thickening up, that would be the perfect thing for us to bounce in through. We may be bouncing through here a little bit up and down before we get up there. We're below the 200, below the 100 moving average now. Let's go to the 4 hour. That looks good. 4 hour looks good. Looks like she's coming up to do a retest of pretty much the same thing we've seen on all these other altcoins. We lost a channel. It's a rising channel. They're bearish anyway, and it did what it's supposed to do. Looks like it went a little bit further than its measured move. Did pretty good though. Measured move would have said about 3,000. We went to 29.14, I guess. So it does look to me that we might be retesting. It's either going to be a bear trap or a bearish retest. 200 moving average crossing over to 360 on this one. We're at 34,000 right there. 618, 786 are coming up there. This is the actual breakout point, and that's the rule of the game. You can come up to the actual, the whatever price we broke out of is a good place to look. That's also a good target. It's 33.84. It's right in here. This looks like the prime area, even up there. I'm going to draw a box over here. This might be a little testy. Let me do it here. So short term, like over the next day or so, we can get back to 33.20. See that being highly likely. 34, what is that? 34, 38, somewhere through there. I see that as being a good chance. I'm going to leave this one off right now. There's a little higher target there too, but Not quite sure if we're gonna make it. We can test back, check back on that, but that looks good. That's not bad. What is that from where we are? Another 5-8%. Probably some, there's some bullish divergence there. That should help out to get up there, and maybe if we're lucky, get back above this trend line. If we see that happen, then we might, go ahead and see $4,000. But it's looking like we might be setting up for a little bit of a bearish retest. It's not confirmed. It's a little bit. I'm seeing an idea on the chart, but there is a little hint of bias. I gotta admit that. I feel a little bias here. Let's take a look at MOG. Nice little bounce on MOG below the 800 and 600 and 300, but they're in the right direction. It's just everything else is giving up the ghost. Looks like she hit a bottom area, at least a local bottom area. Nothing else there. Oh, perfect. So hopefully you'll be able to make it up here again. I would try. Bouncing up in there, I say you got a good chance to at least come up to that 618, but you got a few other places that are kind of screaming for some attention. We got to get back above here, so that's a given. So with MOG, so if we can clear this area, get back above that 800 moving average, and what is this? A lot of zeros in 1995. I see the possibility of going to 22,311 with the sweet dream of going to 25,778. You do have the green dot gold light going on. You got some good signs on the indicators right now saying, yeah, she wants to start coming up, at least up to here. So from where we are now up to that first target, 11%, 22 to the second target, about 40% to the third. If we can clear those areas, if we can get past, eventually you would really want to look for, some higher targets for real. If we ever clear a bottom, we just got to make sure that we're clearing a bottom, or we got a bottom in. But for short term, that's what I see on here. We'll post that one. Was this MOG? Let's see. Man, there's already another Telegram update. I thought you did that a week or two ago. Let's go back and check you guys out here. Bullish on Parade said, could Trump's pro-crypto stance being on a RWA run next? Real use case time. I think you're going to see that narrative be strong this time. I think it will be more in play. Hell, I think that'll probably be in play during the bear market. Once we bring legacy crypto, and once we bring the legacy market, when I say legacy market, Wall Street and the institutions and all that, once we start getting some better adoption and everything, we can see some serious building going on in what we would call our bear market. And for Bitcoin, I think that bear market will probably lighten up a lot. I don't think we'll see as steep of drops as that we're used to. I may be wrong about that, but that's what I've anticipated for a while. I think it's going to be interesting to see how real world assets do in the bear market too. But this bull market for the next year, they're going to be a hot thing. How much they develop and how much they get adopted over the next few months, probably not much, but we'll get hype behind it. But the real cycle for them, I think, is going to be the next cycle, gearing up for it 4 years from now. But we could see some good things over those next 5 years. It's a good one to be in, but yeah, you'll definitely see something. It's going to be one of the hot plays for this cycle. They need to get on the ball though, because we only got about 10-12 months left. Come on, or they're running out of time to get their products up and adopted. Blogays Angels, thank you so much. Rose and Ronan. So this is it Oasis? I keep wanting to say Origin Trail. I get this one confused with something else. Oasis Network. I guess we can look on Coinbase. I was looking for Binance. Should have a good chart. Yeah, I mean, we've done it here. All right, looks like she bounced off the bottom here. Oh well, just put it where you had it. I didn't quite put my little, I got lazy on my trend line. Maybe I should have drew a line there. I may not have it. But bottom of the trend line, nailed it. So that's cool. And we're at 7.3 cents right now. She do what she's supposed to do. Following this channel idea, took the angles here and applied it over here. So we're in the channel, broke out, looks great, exceeded the measure moves and everything. Did a retest, thought, oh man, it's still going up. All right. And then she finally gave up this trend line right here. For real, I'm still wicking through. Broke back into the pattern, and this instead of coming all the way down to the pattern, she came up here and got rejected several times and then finally touched it. But they usually, when they break back in the pattern, they usually come down to touch that bottom, usually do. So it just lived up to its dream there. So we just had to have Bitcoin give up to give us all a scare today to get us there. Looks like next place is the top of the pattern. So that looks promising. I mean, we can do all of this. It just tells you right here in the middle of all this funkiness about 8.4 cents might be there might be a couple of areas here to look at if it fits in with your program. 200 moving average is sitting up there too. I'm on the 4-hour chart. Bigger story. Ooh, yeah, see that 236 lines up with that 1618. See how these Fibonacci just overlap at so cool. Well, since we're doing that, let's go ahead and make it red. Lucy's hanging up there too, the 666 moving average. How are they? See, 863. They're in good order. I like that. I like it when they're right order. It looks like they just recently flipped that way, so that's bullish. We flipped the script. We're just getting a nasty pullback. It may pop up and we may get another nasty pullback and it may just pull it right back down to where it is, something like that. I don't know. That's my bearish bias coming up. But now we got to focus on this guy over here, 11.3. We could see that too. All the way back up to 14 cents. Possible. So I mean, I mentioned the bearish bias, but remember on the bigger things, I mean, I'm just bearish for possibly over, and I'm not even saying I'm bearish. I'm just, I'm being cautious over these until the end of January. Being cautious till we see how this month ends. February should be good to us. The end of this month could be good to us. We do have we got some more news coming out this week, so it's going to be a crazy week, I think. I think the market makers are going to take every advantage that they have to play with us. So it's not going to be the greatest week, and then we got the inauguration coming up next week, and that should help. That should be bullish, and maybe a little bit before that, some anticipation to being bullish. Afterward, you know, the fun fair will wear off in a few days, and then market makers or whoever will probably take us down again. So we got a bumpy ride, I think, for the next 2 weeks. I just don't know how bumpy it is just quite yet. February, I think, will be good, but then March, I think, is going to be tricky. End of February to around the first couple weeks of March. And then you got to watch for the sell-offs because tax time. So people start thinking about taxes and selling off early in March, sometimes late in February. We start seeing some of that effect too. But hopefully we're at the bull market will start kicking into full force at the end of this month, and then we'll start seeing, you know, that when you zoom out, it looks like up only. When you zoom in, I mean, you still got your fluctuations, but it's more up than not. Hopefully, I mean, we're right. It's right around the corner, so I'm bullish overall. I just think they got some games they're going to be playing with us right now. All right, so we got Rose. So I like what we're seeing there. And the other one was my short-term memory getting the best of me right there. Ronin. Take a look at. I haven't looked at Ronin in a while. I get this confused with another one. This one's. I think this is the one that's. I'm not even sure what this one is. I just won't comment on it. Let's see. Binance would be the best place, I believe. Oh. So we're talking about a pyramid strat. Ooh. Well, if I had a trade set up, she did get wicked out of that little idea of putting them at 11%. You suck, Road Dog. Yeah, that one did not work. I had Triangle. I must have broken it before, right? I think I would have had this. If I had this set up, I was probably looking at this and it probably broke it for. I don't remember. I'm sure I posted it. I did not play this one. I'm not in this one. Let's see what we got. Zoom out to the daily. Nice bottom area. So right off the bat, this microphone sounds weird to me now. So you got this little kind of area here, the bottoming area. It's got a butt crack up here, but you can see that even though that top didn't hold, we're still coming back and we're testing the bulk of it. So this little block kind of area looks like it's got a really good chance to hold. Would hope that we would never drop down and test that trend line, but it could happen. Just looking at some ideas. Horizontal support's coming in right where we are. You have got the 100 just now crossed bullishly over the 200. We can zoom in there. That's great. That's awesome. Maybe this will hold us. Probably not going to get too far being under this green cloud. Might be over here in February before we see the main action to flip it. So is there going to be some sideways? No, we're at the bottom of the trend line. I like this. So there's a couple of things saying that it could hold here. Okay, let's see if you can. Maybe she'll ricochet right out of that green cloud. Still got to get above that level there. Clear this level at the 187 area. Let me get you some bigger targets. Okay. So if this holds, this 618 area holds, and it's tried to several times before, it's telling us that you could be looking at a falling wedge kind of pattern if you could play it that way, or a channel idea, and that you can get a 1-for-1 move off of this. Could take us up to $3.02. Quite possible. And of course, you also have the targets over here. About 230, 240. All right, 25 people in the stream. Yeah, it looks like we were up to about 31 or 32 at one point. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I want to take a look at Bitcoin here. We're hanging around $95,100 on Bitcoin. Still haven't made a higher high from over here. Let's hope that we do. We'll leave off with a little analysis here on the smaller time frames. She did a 1414. I'm hoping she can do it. I'm hoping she can do it. You guys want to see something interesting? Fibonacci related? Let me, it kind of defines what happened to us today and even before today. I find it interesting. We had this, that we were at 108,000, right? We came down and this was Friday, December 20th. And then we came up to this high. Take a Fibonacci from that low to that high. You see me sometimes I'll take it from that low and go to the next high or whatever. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark out this 1414 area. Or this negative 414 area. Horizontal line. We're going to come down here and we're going to mark out this 1.414 area. Horizontal line. And then we are going to, and that is equally balanced on both sides, the 1.414 and the 414 area. I'm going to take that trend line, I'm going to blow it up nice, big, and thick. And then we're going to zoom over here and we're going to look at this and see how that defined our whole range right there. Based on this little guy right here, that very first instant move, that very first move defined our whole range. I think that's very, very interesting. Interesting. It also means that that's a target. Go do it, Bitcoin. Go double top and then let's go ahead and knock us down to 85 so I can buy you cheaper or whatever. And we can get this, just rip the band-aid off, get your negatives, flush out your market one last time, and then let's get on with business because I'm tired, Bitcoin. I'm ready for 200,000 and all that good promises stuff. I'm tired of these funny games. Stop it, Bitcoin. Just come down and do your little toppy top pattern, get it over with, rip the band-aid off, and let's do it. Sometimes you gotta talk. Just tell it what you expect, and sometimes it might listen to you. Half time it doesn't, though. So short term, I see that we got it. I don't want to stop this momentum from moving to the up. Let's go up. Let's go up. Ride it as far as we can. But we made a lower low. It's doubtful that we make a higher high. It is more likely that we will make a lower low. And if we are making consecutive lower lows and lower highs, that means we are still on a little bit of a downtrend. We may have another high or another lower high somewhere and then another lower low. That's the possibility I'm looking on for the bigger picture, but we got 2 weeks for this to play out. We got up let's enjoy the up while we got it, because it could have been worse. We could have just decided, hey man, we're just going to go ahead and knock those lows out today. And we didn't. We got saved right here. But it's still a lower low. We got to take account of that. The most bullish scenarios if we're doing the Wyckoff wick, but I think there's a deeper wick. I may be wrong, but I think there's a deeper wick. I think you could actually argue that our range kind of started going over here. Guys, trade carefully. We'll be back again tomorrow. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. We're in an hour and 40 minutes, and that's long enough. But thank you for hanging out with me today. Maybe we'll be a little bit more uppity tomorrow night. But God bless you guys. Trade carefully and just be careful. Just be careful. I'd take the money while you got it, when you can get it, in my personal opinion. She's got some places she's got to get over. She's got to get past some areas here. Let's see if she can at least go up there. But sitting at 95,427 right now. Ooh, I can't complain. She's trying to go right now as we're talking. Look at that Ichimoku cloud. She's wanting to work it. She's wanting to work it. Come on, make a higher high. Make a higher high. Good night, everybody.
Come on, come here, boy.
Does your wifey know you're begging for my nudies? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, now show how freaky you are.
So I'm just gonna be away for 1 hour. Please don't break anything. And I might have a surprise for you.
Give me a miracle. I need a syllable. Talking about big cash, that's the minimum. I'm done with this trash. Thought to be critical. Show me your mental state before we get physical. Pour some water in your cup, let it drip, drip, drip. Now look straight into my eyes, then you sip, sip, sip. It's about time that you shine. Take off that leash so that we can have some fun. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big bed, come and play with me. Freaky dog, got a whole lot of love for my
It's just down and to your left.
Anytime with your right.
Look over to the side.
Where you can join and subscribe. This Crypto IRA, the really drives you out. Let's hit the like button now.